Hey guys, welcome to this video where I will be talking about the new tier set bonuses that we will be getting in 9.2. Some of them are really cool, some of them are not so cool. Obviously, everything is subject to change, so take everything with a grain of salt. Shouldn't be too excited or too depressed by anything that is currently on being datamined. But without any further delay, let's get into the bonuses. So for Affliction, we have a Calamitous Crescendo, which states, while Agony, Corruption, and Unstable Affliction are active, basically all your dots except Siphon Life, which is a talent, your Drain Soul has a 4% chance, and Shadow Bolt a 20% chance to make your next Malefic Rapture cost no soul shard and be cast instantly. This only really plays into, in my opinion, Malefic Wrath playstyle. So it gives you a little bit of extra mobility, a little bit of extra drain time. It might shift the balance in favor of Shadow's Embrace, even on single target compared to Haunt, which already was pretty strong when playing Malefic Wrath because you gain free globals to press your Drain Soul. And then you have the 4-set bonus, Malefic Rapture, damage increased by 50%, and extends each duration of Agony, Corruption, and Unstable Affliction by 2 seconds. So it gives a little bit of power back to Malefic Rapture that was taken away after Castle Nathria with 9-1. And basically decreases the amount of time that you need to refresh your dots. So you can keep more dots on more targets, and it will allow you to basically just spend more time draining on single target. How this plays out on multi-target is really hard to tell, but could see a situation where you basically apply your dots once with the Corruption and Agony, and then you just extend them forever, which could be cool. Maybe it's not cool. We'll have to see. But overall, it doesn't look super impactful. I think we're gonna have to wait for Sims to see if there's really high end possibility of the damage output of this tier set. For Demonology, we have Malicious Impact as a 2-set. Your Head of Gul'dan has a 5% chance per soul shard to summon a Malicious Imp. When slain, Malicious Imp grants a soul shard and will either deal 90% spell power, fire damage to all nearby enemies of your implosion, or deal it to your current target. The wording here is a little weird. I'm not quite sure how it's going to play out in terms of how it does its damage. Do you need to implode to get the AoE? Is it an imp that's like a special imp that's maybe tall and red or blue, like a Smurf? Who knows? That's remains to be seen. But overall, this should roughly be around 5% more shards overall, which plays into some Wilfred CDR maybe you or you can play Grim Inquisitors Legendary to get it into. Get it to stack higher for the Dreadstalker buff, which really plays into the 4-set bonus, which is called Dreadstalker has a 100% chance to summon an additional Dreadstalker. This looks juicy, I'm not gonna lie. Just the damage part, from having an extra Dreadstalker before taking into account the gain it has on your Tyrant through demonic consumption. It looks to be like around 5% damage, only from the damage that the Dreadstalkers do. And that's on single target. This will scale incredibly well into multi-target with Dreadlash and From the Shadows. Will increase from the Shadows uptime, which in turn gives you higher damage on your Shadow Flame abilities, including Tyrant. And the Malicious Imp, when it detonates, also deals Shadow Flame damage. So there's a lot of synergy here, especially with Grim Inquisitor's Legendary. It will kind of feel bad to go away from the double legendary combo of the King Soul Satchel, I think, on Cleave plus Wilfred's. I think that's a really strong funnel combo, but this might push Grim Inquisitors back in the game, which it hasn't really been since 9.15, in my opinion. But yeah, really excited for the demo bonus there. And then you have the Destruction tier set bonus, which is just proc Lord X. It is very RNG heavy. Casting Rain of Fire or Chaos Bolt has a 20% chance to make the next cast of the other free. So essentially what that means is you will be able to cast Rain of Fire on single target. You will cast Chaos Bolt on AoE. plays very heavily into eradication talent if you want to do priority damage. So let's say that you're in a big AoE pool, but you have one priority target that you want to hit, especially common and M+, but also some rain encounters. You can get a free Chaos Bolt in the middle of all your Rain of Fires to put eradication and the Chaos Bolt damage into your priority target. Could be very, very strong. It also closes the gap between Inferno and Cataclysm on single target, which means that Inferno is generally considered a better heavy AoE talent just because of how it interacts with Wilfreds and gets you to use more shards and Rain of Chaos and how that works. And then you have the 4-set bonus here, Avatar of Destruction. When Rain of Fire or Chaos Bolt is freely cast, you summon an Inferno for 8 seconds. If this interacts with Rain of Chaos, which I think it does, it could be very, very powerful. So imagine you're on a pole in a multi-target scenario, and you're just spamming your Rain of Fires, and then you get a Chaos Bolt proc. You press your Chaos Bolt, that summons an Infernal now that you can then spend more shards on your Rain of Fires to summon more Infernals from the Rain of Chaos talent. So you get into this like insane positive feedback loop where everything you do enhances the other thing that you're doing. One thing that's going to be super interesting to see is how it interacts with Wilfred's CDR. If you spend 3 shards on a Rain of Fire, does that reduce your Infernal cooldown? Or is it not reduced because it was free? You could have an interaction like Demonic Calling talent in the second row for Demonology, where even though if you get a proc and you cast Dreadstalkers and it's free, it still counts towards that Tyrant CDR. So that could be very, very cool. Very, very cool to see. It looks to be about 2 casts per minute, like with the general shard usage on single target, around 2 casts per minute, which will mean that you have every minute you have like 25% roughly uptime of Infernal, which could be cool. Maybe it's not cool. We'll see. I have to see. Wait for Sims to see on that one. But yeah, generally a little bit underwhelmed on the Affliction because it doesn't do anything for Soul Deceives at all. Not super happy about that. Very happy about the Demonology and Destruction bonuses. Super excited to see how they pan out on future PTR testing. So I hope to see you there, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.